I can't believe you did my video. How many percent like me? Why have 50% like me, please? Okay.
Okay. That was an awkward start, but hey guys, this is Camper 15.
And the red one. Sorry.
The red one. Back at it again with another Dragon Quest Adventure of Die video. Again, my apologies for getting this out late. I think for the going weeks, this is going to be happening most definitely because when I have to watch my angels, they typically like to play legit at the same time Dragon Quest Die comes out.
Cameron, I don't think you should apologize at this point because I think they're used to it now.
I think they are. Hey, at least you're getting Dragon Quest Adventure Die reviews from me, even though it's super late at night. Typically, they go up like 11 or 12 at night, but hey, they still go up. And I still do relatively well in views. But this week's episode was a much needed episode because now we get the backstory of Baran, Die, and their the mother / wife of the family, Sola. So essentially we get the backstory. You can say this is the backstory of Die, but it really isn't. It's kind of more the backstory of Baran.
Die or Dino or what's going to be different down here?
But yeah, let's get into this episode because this episode was very much crazy. Now this week is Dragon Quest episode 28. Only 2 more from episode 30. I wonder how many episodes are going to be in this show.
I wonder.
I'm guessing 50.
I feel like it might go up to 50, if not more.
Okay. Anyways, okay. So we start off back in the little dungeon area with Crocodile, Leona, Meryl, and Nabana. And essentially the same where they sense, or well, Die senses essentially his daddy's presence about to come and stuff like that. And essentially what Leona says is we're going to try to hold up Baran, me and Crocodile, so that he can't get to Die and stuff like that. Yeah. In the next scene, well, one, Crocodile's like, okay, you can't go. Like, you're gonna get yourself killed. But Leona's like, well, you're gonna need somebody to heal you, so I'm coming, whether you like it or not.
Pause.
Go ahead.
I said pause. Think about it. Just kidding. Go on.
You didn't have to make things inappropriate.
That was unneeded. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
Good heavens!
Oh, I just had to get you back for what you did, for what you were just doing to me before this video.
Oh my god! It's all thanks to bestiality? I do not condone that. Don't have your dogs, you know what, in the booty.
Okay, now who's being inappropriate now?
Anyways, what happens next is Leona goes up to Die while Die's just chilling in his cage, and he's just getting very sad and upset and stuff like that, and he's crying. He's like, I can't do this, I can't, yeah, acting like the little baby he is because he's got the mind of essentially a child. But I've been calling for this to happen for the longest time. You don't understand what I was feeling in this entire thing. Now, mind you, I'm watching this while I'm watching the Angel Game. So I'm literally looking at my Angel Game for a bit to the side, but then in the corner of my eye, I see Leona's hands grabbing the Die's face, and she leans in, and my God, I've been calling this for the past how many weeks? And they finally did it. They finally give it to us. Even though it's Die who has no memory of what the hell's going on. I still hope we get this moment after he gets all his memories back and after he saves the day and after he's a big gigantic hero. Is the fact that Leona kissed Die. Yes! You Die ex-Leona shippers can finally...
We've been asking for it since episode 2. Technically.
Yes. I was so happy. I literally looked at the corner. I'm like, she kissed him. And it's uncensored. They're showing it. Well, They didn't show the lip-to-lip lock, but they still shown it. They did show that they're kissing. Well, it's more like she kissed him. But I was like,
Also, have you noticed a pattern here? Baran falls in love with the princess. Now Dai falls in love with the princess. What are
I was literally probably gonna say that when we get to the Baron backstory.
why do I always speak so soon?
But I think the difference compared to that is, I think, well, isn't Leona's parents dead?
Yes, I believe.
Yeah. But when I saw that, I was like, the one thing I will appreciate Dragon Quest Adventure of Dai, especially Toei Animation, is they showed the kiss. Not some anime, mostly shonen anime, they'll have a kiss, but if it's on the lips, they won't show it at all. For example, spoilers, One Piece, when Sanji got kissed by Pudding, they didn't show that, and I was pissed.
It was worse, they erased his memory of it.
That too. It's just like a Brock situation for Pokemon. Well, different type of way. Brock in that case didn't know the one Battle Frontier brain actually liked him and actually had feelings for him. And then, speaking of Pokemon, they did that for Pokemon! Ash and Serena kissed! They didn't even show that, they just showed their legs! I appreciate Dragon Quest Adventure of Dai's culture for showing me the kiss. Because I hate when anime have a kiss scene between two characters and they just show, unless it's like a rom-com anime, I appreciate the fact that Dragon Quest Adventure of Dai showed the kiss. They didn't showed really, I guess, their torsos, and that's kind of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So, I appreciate it. I'm take it you were happy with the kiss?
I'm happy, actually. that put a big dumb grin on my face.
Yes. Again, I think me and my co-host can both agree. At the end of the series, I want another kiss between Leona and Dai. This time, him knowing who he is. Anyways, speaking on for that little ramble on, Leona essentially tells him that he's a hero and you're brave and you're strong and you're very, all the traits Dai has. And essentially Dai's like, I don't know if I can do this. I can't become the hero and stuff like that. And she's like, you will, you just gotta remember. And that's when we also see that Dai starts to have some memories of him and Leona's first encounter. Way back from the first from the second episode. But okay, his memories are starting to come back, which I'm guessing the thing is they just gotta put a lot of memories from the past in his head for him to remember. That's my only guess. So yeah. Now, we cut back over to the Lara Heart and Heineckel stuff. Now, Heineckel isn't dead, because why would you kill him? And two, he also appears in the ending anyway, so. Yeah. He's essentially, Lara Heart's like, yeah, instead of doing the smart thing and just killing you right here and now by just stabbing my spear through your chest.
I knew you were gonna make a mention of that. When I first saw that scene, I'm just thinking to myself, I know Cameron's gonna say something about that in the video. I know Cameron's gonna say something about that.
He essentially says, I'm just gonna let you bleed out. And I'm like, what the fuck? You're just gonna let him bleed out to die? Now, that is a pretty brutal death. You're literally bleeding in. You lose blood, you're gonna die, especially if you lose tons of blood. But come on, you just can't go up to the guy and just be like, and done, over with, and you can go help your master. And it actually came out to backfire on his ass anyway as well, somewhat at the end. So yeah. And then that's when he goes in to talk about the backstory of Baran and stuff like that. He goes to talk about Dragon Knights and stuff like that. He goes on to say that Dai's mother was killed by humans, which Probably was one of the most predictable plot points for this story in terms of Baron's character and why he hates humans.
I mean, still a really good reason though.
Yes. Now, Lorehart goes into more details about Dragon Knights. He goes on to say about really how the powers pass down to the next generation. He goes on to say that when a Dragon Knight's life ends, this holy mother dragon shows up, cradles the Dragon Knight, and when the Dragon Knight passes away because his, I guess, deeds are done, the Dragon Crest goes from the Dragon Knight user to the dragon, only to pass it on to the next generational user of the Dragon Knight, essentially. And that's when we go into the backstory of Baran. Now, I'll let my buddy explain the backstory. There's one quick point to mention. Lorehart brings up the fact that 15 years ago was when Hadlar tried to take over the world and stuff like that, and that's when Yvonne finally got rid of the evil Lord Hadlar. But at the same time, the only thing is, the Dragon Knight was nowhere to fight Hadlar, nowhere to appear to stop Hadlar. Because what Baran was doing was he was fighting a much tougher fight, and that was against Velzer, the King of the Abyss, who was the last intelligent dragon seeking to conquer the world. So let me just get you something straight. I just say this before I get to my co-host. So there was not only Hadlar that was a problem, but there was another fucking intelligent dragon trying to take over the world at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell is going on here? Man, the world 15 years ago must have been really freaking shitty.
And it still is, technically. Did you see how those people were looking at die when they saw how he fought those dragons?
Yes, figuratively and literally in this real world. The world is shit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, would you care to, after our boy, well, not our boy, Baran gets moodily wounded, what happens next?
Yes, he goes to the lake, but he wasn't able to make it very far until a certain human woman appears over him, offering him some water. And that one is Dai's lovely mother.
Yes.
Sola. And she rests in peace.
Yes.
Yes, and from that day, they start to grow a bond with one another. They fall in love, and Baran starts to fight for the king and stuff. But there are some people in the kingdom that don't really agree to this, and they start spreading rumors to the king and stuff.
You're saying, well,
that he
eventually joined the Dark Army, but they were literally saying, "Oh yeah, Baran's in the Dark Army over here. You know, the one working for Hadlar." And I'm like, why would you suspect that? And the reason why they did that is because they didn't want, I guess, an outsider being essentially the heir to the throne. If, say, Sola and her ended up getting married, which they eventually did, but you know.
Yeah, and that led to Baron's, that he pretty much got kicked out, and Sola was waiting for him out there, saying, and Baron was also saying, I guess a human life was just never meant to be for me and stuff. But Sola didn't give up on him, and she went to go live with him down in some cabin in the middle of the forest and stuff.
And the reason why she lives with him is because she tells him in that same rainy scene that she's pregnant. And then they have a kiss. So you get 2 kisses in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
Between the future princess and I guess future Prince Dai. I'm just going to say Hero Dai. But I guess if he were to hook up with Leona, he'd be considered a prince.
I guess. If he wants to be.
If he wants to be, yes. So, yeah.
But the humans weren't going to let them live their peaceful life either. So that's when Baran decided he will surrender and stuff. But he told them not to bring harm to Sola or his son. they made that promise, but they're gonna take a Dai, aka Dino, or what's going to be out here, away from away to another foreign land.
Which is how he ended up on the island with the other monsters. I'm just gonna say one thing. The king was there in that scene, and he literally said, he has, I don't remember the word for word line of the subtitles he said, but essentially he was calling Dai's like that he's that filth's newborn. I can't have that in my kingdom. I'm like, but that's your daughter, son. So whatever relevance or relatedness he has to Baran, why would that matter? And it's funny because he's like, but it's still my grandson. I'm just going to send him away. I'm like, no, if you were a good father, you would tell your daughter you could keep and raise the boy.
But, nah. That's how twisted people can be.
Yes, especially when it comes to... And it's the typical trope in, I guess you can say, a kingdom-like society where you have a king and stuff like that. And honestly, this kind of gives me Romeo/Juliet type of vibes here, but more tragic.
Yeah, and only the woman ends up dying.
Yeah.
Did I just say it too soon? And yeah, Baran was in the process of getting executed, but Sola wasn't gonna have that, so she and protected him from the fire blast and stuff. And tragically, Sola died in Baran's arms, which led him to a full-on rage towards the kingdom and stuff.
Yes. Oh, I forgot to mention one thing back in the scene, back when they were in their cabin. Essentially, Sola said that Dino, the name means strong dragon, which is very interesting. Or something like that. Also, too, in the death scene which was pretty emotional death scene. And it's funny because you have the king and his men like, what did we do? But at the same time, they don't really freaking care. Like, the king says, what a fool. I'm like, you literally just killed your own daughter. You're gonna call her an idiot? Clearly goes to show that the king and his men, mostly the king, didn't give a shit about the daughter. Like, clearly they didn't give a crap about Sola. Not what she feels about Baran and stuff like that. Because one, you ship off her son, and then you're gonna try to you take away her son, and then you're literally gonna probably essentially take away her husband.
They didn't succeed in that. Instead, their actions costed them their whole entire kingdom, which disappeared that day.
Yes. In a massive explosion.
Caused by Baran.
Yes. Now, Sola, before she dies, tells, Baran, do not hate humans. But because Baran is so filled with rage as he's flying off, that's when you have him have the whole passion when it comes to hating humans. Again, very understandable why you would hate them. They kicked you, you find this one human that's very kind, very loving, very sweet to you. You end up falling in love with that girl, that human girl. You get welcomed up into the household and everything, but then because of little white lies go on into a nice little kingdom, it makes the king turn on you. Because it seems when we see the first scene, when Baran's presenting himself between the king, in front of the king looks like he approves of it, and he's like, oh, might as well just hook up right now, and stuff like that. But just little things can go to show you that what these people in higher power can do just from just finding a nice little scary tidbit about how much power somebody else can have. And again, like I said, very understandable why Baran hates humans, and you can understand why you can back him in the aspect of, yeah, he's still doing bad things, but I understand why he's doing them. So, sadly, like every anime backstory, because I think anytime you watch a damn anime, it don't matter what anime genre, it can be a romance, slice of life, shonen,
It's always the mothers that get killed off. I noticed. It's always the mothers that get killed off. I always notice that.
Especially if you're One Piece. Especially coming from the One Piece demographic too.
Tragic.
Yes. But as I was saying, most animes, they never have happy backstories.
Mm-hmm.
Never. And that's why when we get, if you're watching One Piece, the One Piece anime, I'm still waiting for that Odin sad spot to hit. When it looks like, oh, we're happy and dandy, and then Odin's backstory is going to go to utter shit. And you're going to be probably crying.
Yes.
I guess, I'll take it, I guess I'll take us home. Anyways, after we get the backstory and everything, Pinnacle starts to get up again and stuff like that, and essentially tells Lockhart, I'm not only fighting for Dai, but I'm fighting for Baran, which was pretty freaking interesting that he said that too. Because he's human himself and stuff like that. And essentially, we kind of find out that Pinnacle was somewhat holding back against Lockhart, because now he's able to dodge his spear attacks, but later in the fight, he eventually takes like 10 shots from the spear, and I'm wondering, how the hell does it appear to him now? He has a bad little scar across his chest, his pecs, and it definitely looks like a Lockhart for realsy. He's like, okay, now I'm gonna kill you, and it looks like he's about to do it, but by charging his aura into the Yvonne necklace, he does the move Grand Cross to send Lockhart away. No, I thought, oh, this definitely killed him. No, it sure as hell didn't. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? How many hits does these guys have to take? Anyways, what happens like that is, okay, it looks like, Pinnacle's probably gonna do the finishing job and probably finish Lockhart off. But that's when we see the return of Borahorn, yes, Mr. Walrus himself.
Like, he's still alive? Like,
and yeah, when I saw that, I was like, you're still alive. You got a fucking hole in your chest.
Don't tell me you have a second heart.
Okay. He literally got Raditz, and he got up from it. So he's already better than Raditz to begin with. But he gets back up. He's like, there's nothing you can do now because look who I got, your friend. And he starts crushing Pop's head in the most anticlimactic way to end an episode in Dragon Quest, period.
Oh.
And that's your episode. It just had Pop screaming and then boom, cut, badass ending that I still like. And I'm like, that's it? You motherfuckers are wrong for that. Anyways, next week, it seems like we're gonna focus on Baron's confrontation against Crocodile, and it looks like Dai somehow is gonna break out of his cage in a type of, I guess, state that he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Because he's got them shaded, not those shaded, faded eyes, like no pupil. He's just like, but But great episode. I very much like the backstory of Baron, especially how tragic it was. It seems like Dai's mother was definitely best girl material. Too bad she had to die. But very much needed backstory, even though it did feel really short. But I guess in the grand scheme of things, for them, it was like, I guess, maybe a few years. Like probably about a year. So yeah. What are your thoughts on the episode before we get out of here?
I liked it. First the kiss scene from Leona, then the backstory, and then the Uncle's comeback, and well, the ending was a little anticlimactic, but hey, I liked it.
Yeah. I don't know what's gonna happen next. Man, that ending was really anticlimactic. It made it feel like we're gonna get somebody coming in to try to save Pop, but it's like it just cut off. I'm like, what? as I'm hearing the ending, I'm like, okay. But yes, another good, successful episode of Dragon Quest Adventure of Dai. It still stays to be one of my favorite animes of this current time, and will definitely be a fan favorite when this is definitely over. But if you guys liked the video, leave a like. Put in the comment section your thoughts on this episode of Dragon Quest Adventure of Dai. Your thoughts on the Leona kiss, and your thoughts on the backstory, as well as anything else presented in this episode. But other than that, guys, we're gonna get out of here because it's late for us, because it's going on 10 o'clock as we end this video. So if you guys like it, if you guys like the video, leave a like in the comment section, whatever you want. And then, well, keep it appropriate, guys. And then the subscribe button if you want to get more Dragon Quest content, as well as other content to the channel, like My Hero Academia tomorrow. You're getting My Hero Academia manga chapter review with what's going on in there. My God, that chapter had me crying. Episode review for My Hero Academia Season 5 with Shinzo and his badass speaking, controlling taunt stuff. You get your One Piece review if you like my One Piece content. And then also, yes, also, if you guys do not know, I do gameplays on the channel. And I'm going to do... Huh?
People still don't know that?
Hey, you got to keep people informed. But as I was saying, I'm doing my first Resident Evil 8 Village gameplay tomorrow because I got a PlayStation 5. Well, I have a PlayStation 5, and PlayStation 5 users and PlayStation 4 users have exclusive rights to the most recent demo that is coming out tomorrow. And I don't know when that's going to be going up. Probably late that night, Saturday night, because I think I'll have like 30 minutes to play the demo or something like that. But if you watch my Resident Evil 7 playthrough, or you're still watching my Resident Evil 7 playthrough, I am going to be doing a Resident Evil 8 Village playthrough, and you'll be seeing me get freaked out. Now, I know there was another demo before this recent demo. I didn't do the gameplays before that, but you're getting a demo gameplay for Resident Evil 8, so look forward to that. I definitely am not.
Good luck not getting stepped on by the tall lady.
Yeah, the tall lady that everybody has a freaking fetish for.
I mean, she's not bad.
I know. Oh, okay. Yes, it's a big lady with big boobs that could probably smush your face in those boobs literally that easily, and you probably would enjoy it.
Did we just get demonetized?
Make money off these videos. So what am I doing here? Now, personally, if you ask me, she's not my type of woman. Definitely if she's got long fingernails and she's Freddy Krueger's sister.
Again, did we just get demonetized?
But if you're into tall ladies like that want to be murderers, you're more than welcome to have her. Because she's not best girl for me, she's worst girl.
Even though we had no idea what she's capable of just yet, but...
Yeah, I can't wait to find out. Yeah, I'll be running in her little mansion, running from her 24/7 like I did with Marguerite Baker. And especially that creepy Jack Baker, too. That guy scared me. Oh, boy. I do not want to go back and play that game. Anyways.
I still remember how I was reacting to it, like, what are you doing, Cameron? Run! Why are you just standing there? Why are you just standing there?
Yeah, anyways, guys, that's just an update. So if you guys are into the scary genre and you want to see me get scared, tune in tomorrow for some demo gameplay of Resident Evil 8 Village, as well as more demo gameplays as the weeks leading up to the game, because there's going to be more demos before release. And then when the game finally comes out, I will do legit a gameplay, a walkthrough of it, and somehow trying to find a way to beat that damn game. But anyways, in the meantime, we're gonna catch you guys in the next video. We'll see you guys tomorrow, and whatever video I just promoted at the end. And until then, guys, Hopefully, you guys have a great rest and safe day or evening or whenever you check out this video. Until then, guys, we'll see you guys on the next video.
Peace.